Indeed. We are on October, I do believe it's the 13th of 2022. So that's 10, or 1-3 death. 13 is the death card. 10 is the wheel of fortune, change. Death is a big change. Whether it's the death of a relationship, if it's the death of a business, if it's the death of you or me or somebody you know, it is but a transition, my friends, a transition from one state into another. Your soul goes on forever. Okay, but we're adding all those numbers up. Oh, we mustn't forget the year for 6. Love, baby. Love. We need love. Oh, that reminds me. This is a Reiki share because this has got to go on Emerald Dragon Reiki. So, get some energy going here. Okay. Then we'll make the distant connections so that we can connect to everybody out there that's got this particular issue that we're going to be addressing today. And when I think about it, I have to be very, very careful right now on how I describe this. So basically, we're focusing this Reiki. Oh, whoops! I forgot to get my crew in. We call upon the Reiki masters, past and present, including Yeshua and the Emerald Dragon. Well, she's not a Reiki master per se, but she is a great healer. Let's call on Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Green Tara. Then we'll go to the archangels. We'll go with Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Metatron, and then let's go for Source. Why not? Because that's really where the Reiki connects to, or where we're all the masters are drawing on that at Source. This is Prime Creator. This is the maker of all makers, the maker of the Mother Universe, if you will, and all subsequent universes blossom out of that, or bud out of that. But we're calling on all that energy. We're going to go for the Reiki Oregon pyramid grid, starting here on Summerwood in the Four Corners, and then radiate out to the coast where I've got crystals, down to Lake Titicaca where I've got crystals, to Mount Shasta where I've got crystals, and connecting to a pyramid that I've got in LA. I believe it's still in LA. It's hopefully she's not throwing it away. And then coming up the coast to wherever that pyramid is. I'm not too sure whether they're in Oregon or Washington again. And then we'll come up to Chehalis. We've got one in there. If they haven't thrown it away, well, if they've thrown it away, it's probably in the trash heap, and we can still connect to it there and cleanse that. So you don't have anything on the southern coast of Washington, I guess. We've got the one over there. We've got a pyramid over in where is she? Silverdale or somewhere in that area. And then we go to Colorado. We'll go to Arizona in the Phoenix area. up to Minnesota, then over to New York, down to Florida, then across the pond to England, Scotland, and then we can come over to crossing that continent and going down into Australia, Queensland, a couple there, Australia or New Zealand, and yes, I think we're, and then back to Washington State, and we're complete here. We've got all the pyramids that I've got out there, I think. I am getting too many to mention them all specifically. I can tell. Alrighty, so let us move on. Do we address the number of the day? I don't feel like we really did. What is it again? 10, 13, it's 23. Add 6, 29. That's 11. That's justice, folks. Are we going to have justice today? That's an interesting proposition. Maybe we will consult the spiritual messenger. There's a little foreshadowing here. We've got 5 for our amplitude. See, this is the amplitude. And it looks like we had 2 spikes of 5, adding up to 10. But 5 is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about bringing spiritual messages in its highest form. In its lowest form, it's about control of the masses. Okay, first spike 5 we got at 6:30 a.m. UTC time. That's a 9. That's the Hermit. We always like the Hermit because we like wisdom. That makes the best spiritual messenger is one that is wise in the ways of the world, because you can relate to him. And then we had another one in the afternoon here, and it looks like 15:30, which would be 18, the moon. And that would also be 9. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so let's convert it back to the 12-hour cycle here, because it's a little bit easier for me to cognate on it. So that would be 3:30. So that would be 6, the lovers. Yeah, we like the lovers. We like to get the lovers in here. So the first one is wisdom, and the second one is love. That is the perfect combination for a spiritual messenger. Come from the heart of love and connect it with the thoughts of wisdom. Yeah, we're rocking it. Well, we hope to, anyway. We'll see if we can get Shala to come in here. Or Yeshua, for that matter. Who's it gonna be? They haven't told me yet. I guess I haven't gotten into the space where they can tell me yet. All right, well, we'll get through this report, and then we'll get into a nice and deep meditative state, and we'll bring through some spiritual master to give us a spiritual message. 5. There's not much more you can say about that. Spiritual messenger, yeah. That's where I'm going with. Quality was at a power of 7.10. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 is strength. And we must be strong in these times, for sure, folks. I'm pretty damn sure we still need to be strong. Alrighty, moving over here to the frequency, we've got 8.05 hertz for the high. Hertz is a measurement in 1,000 vibrations per second, is basically what that means. So that's 8,090 vibrations per second. Yeah, pretty fast. Okay, and the low was 753 hertz, 7.5 hertz, excuse me, or 7,000 530 hertz. It's another way to say that, or vibrations. And then you wouldn't say hertz because that would make a big, way bigger number. Anyway, 1566, I believe, is what we get there. And divide that by 2, we get 7.83. 7.83. Hey, we're right there on the supposed average of the Schumann resonance of 7.83. It used to be 5.86. Now it's 7.83. We don't know why, but it is. Why did they change it? I guess it was back when Schumann first discovered it. That's where it was. It was 5.86. That's the hell of it when you get somebody that can remember all that shit from way back when. Well, I learned it back then, and back in the 70s. The 70s, I believe, is when I first got clued into the Schumann resonance. Looking here at the sun in the miniature here, in the different angstroms of light, as Ben says. We might play Ben's video here because he's got some good stuff, but we got to be a little careful here because we're going to play too many of them, and then I'll get a copyright problem. So, but I do want to hear you to hear a little bit of what he's got to say about space weather and the magnetic poles and all that. All right, looking at as it turns through, we've got just faintly looking like coronal holes right there. I can't really say that they're big or massive or, clear. There's one maybe. Maybe, I don't know. And this, flares. So this ones are flaring. Those are flaring. That one might flare. That one might too. And that one might. That's coming in. All right, coming down to the endless spiral, which will tell us if we've got a C. Oh yes, we did have another one. That was one of those incoming sunspots. I'm saying either this one or maybe that one. Don't think it would be that one, because if it was that one, that'd be like a straight on. Yeah, it could be that one. Yeah. Not sure which one it is, but yeah, it's one of those, and it did pop off just as it was coming into alignment with us. So we're going to get brushed. Looks like we should be getting some, we've got some X-ray activity right here, it looks like. Oh yeah, we had the phi angle totally flip out on us. It goes from bottom here right up to there. Ding, ding. Any places where you see gaps in here, that's a flip. And we've got some massive spikes in the X-ray in the red line there. Looks like the density is coming up. It sure is. It's above. It's coming up to the center line. It looks like there. It's just a little bit underneath 0.1 particles per sector, parasect. I don't know. And it looks like we had correspondingly, we've had the solar wind speed drop off quite a bit. That's just did a little spike there, a little bumpies there, and it is in the 300 range, 300 to 350 range. That's kilometers per second. So it's a trekking. The temperature is right on the bottom of the scale. 10 to the 4th power of what? I don't know. I guess of that 50,000 Kelvin. Oops. Let's get it back here and come down here to the the K index, which is the index of geomagnetic activity. And we started at 2. That's where we were the previous 6 hours at the start of the day. And we maintained it for another 3 hours on average, because we're looking at a bar graph, and there are always an average over the time period, which in this case is 3 hours, because it takes that many of them to make up a day. Alrighty, so we started off today with a 2, dropped to 1s, and there's where we've been for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 15 hours. Well, that's Eastern Standard Time, folks, because it's 1:44 here right now, p.m. And so, right, it would be, let's see, let's hit the refresh here and see if they've adjusted that scale any. Oops, did we lose it? We did. Coming back up here. Oops, there it is over here. Sorry, I am doing the best I can. I guess we didn't make that any bigger or any better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6. We added 1 3-hour period. Okay, so 6 times 3 is 18. So would that be right for 3 hours? Now we'd only be at 15. I wonder where the hell they are measuring this time frame here, because TT 6 hours from the end of the day, so that would be 6. This would be 6, is it? I don't know. I don't know where they're getting their data, but wow. All right, so now we're going to give you a little treat from the weekly Crypto Bites with Daz.
13th of October 2022, and Bitcoin has dropped a couple of grand and is trading right now around about $18,300, so it's looking a bit bad.
Oh wow, it's down to 18,000. That's from $60,000. So that's quite a big drop. It's come down, though it's been lower than this price at 18,000. I just wanted to keep you abreast of what is actually going on there when he says that.
That's because we got some statements coming out in the US, and we got the problems in the UK with inflation here and our mini budget, which is causing all kinds of problems for the Bank of England. So let's get straight to the news, shall we? I collected several news bites this week, some really interesting stuff. And the first one here on Finbold, 44% of the top 100 public companies now use blockchain amid growing institutional adoption. So that's great news there. And it says, despite occasional setbacks caused by regulatory or macroeconomic hurdles, the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry is growing in adoption and the use cases amongst large global institutional players. Indeed, 44 out of the top 100 public companies by market cap across 6 major sectors are currently actively utilizing blockchain in some form.
And that's why we have manipulation in the crypto market, because the big boys are playing in it now, and things are going to be going up and down and all around until we actually do something about it, right? Just saying. I got to be a little careful here if I'm going to put this up on any of these up on YouTube. I can't run too much of that video. Yeah, I would say, go to Crypto Viewing, Dick Algeyer's channel, and become a patron, and then you can look at the whole thing. Though he might actually put that on his YouTube channel. I think he does after a bit. So you got it. That little bit of information was current today. So today, Bitcoin hit 18,000. I'm not sure whether it's going up or going down, though. That's my problem there. I don't know that. I know you don't want to buy it when it's going up, unless it just come up off the bottom, which would give you a clue that it's gone as low as it's going to go. And that's how you do crypto or even the stocks. You buy low, sell high. Or as somebody says, oh, the woo-woo dude, he says, lick your ice cream, as it's going up. And what I've heard from another Bitcoin person, not that I'm an expert on this stuff, this is purely for entertainment purposes, right? All of this is just entertainment purposes. I'm just taking a different look at it. Yeah, so another guy has said, buy low, and he recommends selling when the Bitcoin or whatever the coin you're buying doubles. Then sell off your original investment, so you can reinvest that in something else, and then this grows on their money instead of your money, which is how the rich boys do it. So there you go, a little tip from things that I have learned about Bitcoin over the last couple of days. Anyway, enough of that. We are, did I say who else I was directing this Reiki at? And that would be Elizabeth Rowe. But also anyone that is having this particular issue, because my delving into what is the cause of this dry hacking cough that she's got is that it is a prequel to pneumonia, and it might be associated with wearing masks. So if you're having a dry hacky cough, a kind of a having issues with your throat, your heart, your lungs, we're sending healing to the lungs, the heart, and the throat. For all that are suffering of that kind of issue, I'm going to maintain this Reiki distant until, until I at least get the video loaded and whatnot. I'll be thinking about you all of you that have this particular issue, including Elizabeth Rowe, the wife of the owner of the monastery where my love Yara lives. And so, yeah, I'm going to help out Yara in healing Elizabeth. And and I'll just leave it at that. If I'm going to talk any more on that particular issue, I would probably shouldn't do it in public. It's what I'm being told here. But anyway, yeah. So sending healing to you all in this area here, from here down to here. So the two chakras there. So it'd be the heart, the high heart, the heart, the lungs, the high heart, the throat. And yeah, that should fix you up fairly well, I would say. Hopefully. Oh, and I said I was going to do a. Yes, okay. So I am making a connection there to her and her healing. Let's. take a couple of deep breaths. Deep in, deep Buddha belly breath, pushing your belly out, and release. Don't do this if you're driving, of course, or operating heavy equipment. Not a good idea. Why are you listening to me anyway? Unless you just love my voice. I doubt that, but maybe. We are the 12. The 12 of light. The 12 from Sirius B. Though Sirius we don't have to be. Not that our humor would be appreciated by thee. We are indeed happy to be included in this healing for the lung, hearts, and throats of all entities upon Mother Earth, or on the planet Terra, as we sometimes refer to it. We hope that is a term that you understand. Indeed, we are being reminded that we are to bring forth a spiritual message for you. The spiritual message that we would bring is this. Go within. Find your center core of light. Begin at the heart or the root chakra and raise the energy up from there, from the earth. That you will find that this is a higher vibration, that it is a vibration that will raise your energies most easily. With your feet firmly on the ground, feel that energy flow up from the Earth's core, from the soul essence of Mother Earth. We like the term mother, for she is indeed giving birth to all of you, yes? You were all born upon this planet, or most of you were born upon this planet, we would say. We are aware that there are some entities from other star systems that are living on or in your planet. We're not sure if this is a spiritual message for you, but some of them are fairly advanced spiritual beings, though all of it still operating in a fourth or fifth dimensional density, we would say, using the term density, as some of you would understand that term. Density is how dense is the vibration through the medium in which you are inhabiting as a spirit or soul essence, we would call that. This is indeed what we were coming from, though there are members of this 12 that are of the physical world. Most of us are, many of us, let us say, are coming from purely from the soul essence. The soul essence is within and in your core, in the column of light that reaches up through all your chakras, as they're called, or spheres of influence, as we would call them. So the spheres of the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, all the lower chakras too, being activated, you can connect to your 8th chakra, which is about a foot above your head, and then to the planetary chakra, which is at the edge of your ionosphere, and then to this solar chakra, which is in the heliosphere of your star, and then to the galactic, which is the heliosphere of the central suns of this galaxy. And then we go out to the overarching and all-pervasive universal energies and bring in that also into this column of light coming down through your body and filling you with the light of enlightenment. This is what we would wish for you and bring you up into this higher vibration. You can move up the column of light into your 8th chakra, much higher vibration, vibrating now, definitely at 5th density. For the most part, there are spots within the earth that are not vibrating as high. And we would say this biggest spiritual message is that you must pray, be mindful, meditate at least a minute for every year of age you have. So if you're 60 or older, you should be meditating for an hour or more. If you're 30, you should be meditating for half an hour. If you're 15, you should be meditating for 15 minutes at least. You can meditate more. The more you do, the more spiritual energy you engender within that column of light, and then become a bright star of your own. You are indeed all star children, we say, and it is time now for you to come out and shine, my darlings. Come out and shine and be as bright as you can be. This is our spiritual message to thee. Well, I feel good. Kind of got a little buzz going on here. And yeah, so I hope that message comes through and is useful to you. And know that it comes from the heart and from my higher self, the potentiality of what I can become, or what we all can become. We all can connect into our Council of 12, as it were, or a Council of 9, or a Council of 5. There's different councils of different densities, we say. So the Council of 9 would only be able to go to the 9th density or dimensional consciousness, and would not probably rise much above that. And that is just to that point where you're just a pure being of light at the 9th. The 5th, you're still in the density of having a physical body, though it might shed more light or show more light through your pores, becoming opaque, we would say, in the light. But it does shine through. Even you, in your 4th and 3rd density states, emit light. So with that, we will say adieu. We wish you all well. We hope this message brings some enlightenment to you and some understanding of things you can do to bring more light into the world. All right. So I guess that would be the spiritual message of the day, is to bring more light into the world. And let's have at it. Because we've got what was the number of the day? What was it? Well, we had the fives, right? We had the Hierophant, the Pope, if you will. Not too keen on that guy, especially the one we've got right now. Even though everybody thinks he's peachy keen, you know, beware, beware. That's all I will say about that guy. Beware. Alrighty, just like they're saying, beware of Tulsi Gabbard because she's now coming over or leaving the Democratic Party. Well, gee whiz, she's making the move. Celebrate that.